Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Mr. King. Are you Reggie Lee King?
Yeah.
Of course, I know that. This is Judge Middleton here at the courthouse. Your brother Dewey has been waiting here all morning for your case. Also here with me is Chief Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Joshua Robert and your lawyer, Mr. Paul Gibson. Reggie, they charge you with 2 counts of assault with a dangerous weapon. Let's take a look at it. It's alleged that on or about April 9th, that you assaulted Tony Bennett and LaShawn Shelton. Is that Pastor Tony Bennett?
Yes,
All right, was this at the church?
during service.
Oh my. Pastor Bennett has the church down there on 8th Street. I've been there a few times. And LaShawn Shelton is there. They allege that you went in there during services with a knife. And that's charged as felonious assault, punishable by up to 4 years in prison and a fine of up to $2,000. As a 4th habitual offender, making this a life offense. Prosecutor Robert has agreed to dismiss that to 2 counts of assault and battery, which is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Reggie, are you going to enter a plea to 2 counts of assault and battery?
That's not the misdemeanor, right?
Yes, 2 misdemeanors.
Then, yeah, me and Paul, we talked about that.
All right.
Can I ask
Do you understand that if you do plead to those 2 misdemeanors, you're going to be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will be no trial. Do you understand that?
Can I ask you something?
All right, there won't be a trial. Do you understand?
Yeah, I heard you, but can I ask you something?
Yes?
Since is there a way I can go home and do time served? Cause me and Paul talked about that.
Well, I haven't gotten there yet.
No, I'm not finished.
All right, well, let's get through the plea part first. Do you understand you're giving up your right to have a trial if you enter this plea to 2 counts of assault and battery? You understand?
Yeah,
All right. If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. Paul Gibson is here. He is your lawyer. You could also hire an attorney of your own choosing if you wish. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand yourself and testify. But you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless they were able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand?
yeah.
All right. Anyone threaten you to get you to do this
No,
or promise you anything?
no, but
All right. Well, did you go to New Jerusalem there on Easter Sunday?
what?
Did you go to Pastor Bennett's church, New Jerusalem Baptist Church, on Easter Sunday, April 9th?
Yeah,
Why did you happen to go there?
the first morning service.
All right. Well, did you
And
end up threatening them with a knife?
no,
Says here.
I walked in there. No, let me speak.
Okay.
I walked in there. I know I had my music was going real loud. And a bunch of black people got around me, and there's a little old lady that was trying to tell me something, and I was trying to walk. And these bunch of guys, I think she was trying to tell me to run me down. And they put me back, they put my back, I walked up to the auditorium and not one of them asked me to turn my music down, not one of them.
Not one of them asked you to what?
Not one of them asked me to turn my music down.
Oh,
And
turn your
they-
music down.
Not let me speak. And I walked up to the auditorium and they pushed me back. And I was surrounded by a black guy, by a bunch of black people. And by what I heard from
Well,
the church,
This is one of the preeminent black churches in Three Rivers. Pastor Bennett is a man of quite high regard. I hold him in high regard. He's an excellent preacher. He'll keep your attention. He won't let you fall asleep and it'll make you say amen. But
and
you don't walk into a black church on Easter Sunday with your music blasting and not expect there would be some sort of consequence.
I know I'm sorry, and I apologize. My speakerphone, my hat tied to my side, to my pant buckle, or my pants, and when I walked, my volume kept going up and down, kept going up and down, kept getting moved up and down, up and down, up and down, and I'm sorry about that. And I would have apologized then. I would have said, hey, I'm sorry. My pants, my microphone, my speaker, the volume keeps going up and down. It keeps going, when I move, when I walk, it kept going up and down. It kept getting knocked up and down, up and down. And
All right, well, did you get into a scuffle with some of the members in the church?
no, they all got me back to the wall, with my back to the wall. And they all grabbed me. And one guy says, put him down. And one guy goes, no. And they drags me outside, carries me outside, slams me to the ground, puts his knee in my back. And I'm like, don't you pull a knife on my preacher? I'm like, what the hell do you mean pull a knife on my preacher?
Well, Reggie, did you have a knife with you?
I had a pocket knife, that's all I had. That's all I
Well,
had.
it says here you shouted some things at Pastor Bennett.
Yes, I did. I said, why is the preacher molesting my kids? And I did say that.
Well, you say that a lot about people.
I didn't say it was preacher Bennett or Barnett, what's his name?
LaShawn Shelton. All right. So
I
you got
want
a
to know.
knife and you got in a scuffle because you were in the wrong place at the wrong time, doing the wrong thing.
I'm sorry. I know I didn't.
All right.
I didn't.
Joshua, are you satisfied with this weird record we have here?
Not really.
All right. He threatened the minister. He got in a scuffle with parishioners. I think that could be sufficient.
Yeah.
Will you accept that, Paul?
I will accept it.
I know. But,
Reggie, we've had you evaluated for competency several times, and you come back as competent. You do stuff to just stir things up. And
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say this up like this. I wanted to go in there and talk peacefully, and I'm sorry about the music. I apologize.
all right, just a minute. Let's see how long you've been in jail.
I just wanted to go there and just talk calmly to somebody and wanted to know why a preacher is
I don't.
making the other preacher look. What?
You've been in jail for 16 days.
I've been for 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks and a day.
Oh,
You go in, now I've been in Pastor Bennett's church several times, It's a not very large church,
No, it's not, but
but it's got a
Okay, sure.
dedicated following. Easter Sunday was probably a long service. And you know, after what's happened in some churches around the country, that church in South Carolina where some young
What?
man went in there and they offered him to join their prayer service, and he killed several people.
what?
Yes.
Where?
So
Where?
South Carolina.
What? I'm sorry. I
So
wasn't.
Reggie,
I'm trying
what
to
you
hurt
get
nobody. I
here,
wasn't gonna hurt nobody. I'm sorry.
no, you're always threatening to hurt somebody and you're always calling people child molesters. You can do 93 days in jail, credit for 16. And I'm gonna waive the fines and costs, except the statutory minimum of 125.
Can I ask something?
No, thank you.
Can I ask?
He's gonna go off on one of his 93 minus 16. That was tempted to do a competency evaluation again, but we've done several. He is competent, but he stirs things up. All right, Dewey, he's gonna be there for 77 days. All right, let's see if we can get Mr. Hester done. We've still got Mr. Evans. We got William Benz. Holy moly. I can see a light at the end of the tunnel. So all I've done is hold on to him. The problem is when he gets a 93-day sentence, it affects his social security disability, it affects his residency, but that greatly offends my sensibilities.
Yes.
I got a generous plea offer and I understand why you did it, but he's just gonna have to deal with that.